Maureen Bunyan, trailblazing journalist and founding member of the National Association of Black Journalists. Winner of 7 Emmy Awards, she sits on the board of the International Women's Media Foundation and has been inducted into the Washington chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists Hall of Fame. Born on the island of Aruba in the 1940s, her family immigrated to Wisconsin when she was 11 years old. Her dedicated parents always stressed the importance of education to their children. Her father going as far as to attend college at the same time as his daughters.
3 of us were in college together. My father was getting his bachelor's degree, and my sisters and I were undergraduates. He worked along with us, and he did better than we did too, because I didn't get 2 master's degrees, I got 1. My sister got 2, my father got 2, and had almost finished work on a doctorate, but lost his eyesight and couldn't finish.
Coming of age in the 1960s, she watched as the power of television grew and reported on the civil rights movement, the women's movement, and the anti-Vietnam movement.
After the Kerner Commission report came out in 1968, as a result of the riots and the social unrest, the Kerner Commission report said that part of the responsibility for the lack of understanding of all Americans, of African American issues, part of the responsibility had to be taken by the media, because the media wasn't there. Reporting it, the media had no people in its ranks capable of doing real coverage of the civil rights movement, etc. The Kerner Commission report stimulated various institutions, including the Ford Foundation and including the major TV networks, to fund programs to increase minority hiring. And I was in that program. It was done at Columbia University Graduate School of Education. We weren't given jobs, let's just say that. We got jobs, but they weren't just given to us, and we had to fight for them.
Despite the obstacles, Maureen moved swiftly up the ranks. After stops in Boston and New York, she began an unprecedented reign atop Washington television journalism, showcasing an important point of view that her community needed.
We brought something to newsrooms. We brought a perspective to newsrooms that hadn't existed before, and that was the most important thing. And we also brought to, I think, a lot of minority communities a sense that their issues and problems and status were important and deserved to be brought to light through mainstream media. Knowing that people saw themselves in me and saw somebody who could command some authority, who might know something about what's going on in the world, and who was at ease in that position. For them to see us and to know that we have visibly accomplished something, because there are a lot of people who accomplish a lot in the world who are not visible. But for us to take on the responsibility of being visibly accomplished is very, very important.
For more than 4 decades, Maureen Bunyan provided Washingtonians with the latest news, with her characteristic mix of warmth, charisma, gravitas, and bravado.
You have to have bravado, you know, in any business in which you place yourself in front of an audience, whether it's a small group of people in an auditorium or a big TV network. My theory is you cannot project that probably if you don't have something behind you, which is knowledge.
With over 40 years of broadcast experience, pioneer Maureen Bunyan has always used her strong academic background to rise and meet challenges head-on.
The desire to get information, and with curiosity, you get information. If you're curious, if you talk to people, if you read, if you move around and travel, you get information, and the more you get, the more you want, because it stokes a fire inside of you. Don't let anybody tell you, you can't go there, you can't look at that, you can't ask that question. Don't stay in your place. Go where you want to go.
Howard University congratulates Ms. Maureen Bunyan on her honorary degree in Doctor of Humane Letters.